Why people are canceling your coaching and how to fix it. This video alone is going to put you light years ahead of all the other coaches if you watch it all the way to the end, because it took us quite some time to figure this out for ourselves. But at this point, we're making around 100K months with our cycling coaching business, and we're running the biggest cycling club in the world focused on longevity. So what I'm going to share is going to shift your beliefs a lot if it comes down to churn, retention. So this is going to become really valuable and make all the difference. So let's dive right in. So first of all, we have to start with the fundamentals. Why do people buy coaching in the first place? They are in a situation A, so in the current reality, they don't like it. They have pain with different things in their life, and that's why they want to change. They want to transform. It might be losing weight. This might be just like getting better. This might just like reaching their full potential. Doesn't matter. And they're moving towards pleasure. And then we have a gap in the middle, which basically means nothing else. That they have to go from A to B, and that's where coaching comes in. So coaching is nothing else than the vehicle that basically drives people from point A to point B. And now you have different ways of structuring that. And there's the old model and the model we're running right now. So if we look at the coaching industry, how it's done right now, it's more like a flat model. So what does this mean? You do the selling, you get people into your coaching, and then you are the coach. And then you coach different athletes, help them going through their transformation. But there are some downsides to it. So first of all, it's a cost. So if somebody joins your coaching because you're giving them one-on-one time, or another coach might give them one-on-one time, it's not cheap. And therefore, if renewal comes up, people really think, okay, do I want to buy again? Can I really afford this again? Also because we're in a recession right now and people have to think 2 times, 3 times what they're going to do. And then a lot of people also just like decide to cancel because it's just like too much, and you also don't offer them any other option. That's why you just like drop off completely instead of just continuing in another tier. And the more clients you get, the more there's lack of attention and accountability. Because let's say you had 10 more clients this month, then the clients you had last month get less of your time or less of your attention. And they will really notice this. They will not look after that well. And then they basically will also drop off left and right. And they also are kind of somehow isolated. Basically just means if you don't give them attention, they are kind of by themselves and there's no ecosystem going on. So this is like kind of the old model. It's also like the model we have been running with Bulletproof. And what is the reframe we have been making? So what we've done, we just, instead of centering everything around Scott as a coach, we centered everything around the community and just like plugged all the tools with the training plans and the coaching in one ecosystem. And why is this completely different? Because if somebody comes in here, they're not only having the relationship to the coach, they're also like making friends. So everybody is connected with each other and they're also helping each other through the transformation. And this goes as far with us Bulletproof Cycling right now that the coaching team doesn't have to do that much, because us athletes are leveling up and then they have more knowledge, and then new athletes have the same questions they had before, and then they feel pride in helping them out. So they get elevated status because they step up in the community as a leader and they help the other people, which basically just like means they're doing the support, which just like means there is max decentralized attention and also accountability, because a lot of people are looking after each other and they're also making friends. And also what's completely different here is the affordability, because if we look at the ecosystem here, we have 3 tiers right now at Bulletproof. So we have the base tier, then we have the D tier, and then we have the VIP tier. And for the base tier, it's 99 a month. So even if somebody is struggling with money right now, they don't drop off right away, they just drop back to the base, and they can also upgrade back in the future. And that's what also people told us is the most valuable thing, to just like have different options, because it's like different phases in their life. So you don't lose them completely. If they have a little tight on cash, they just like go down 1 tier. And what makes all the difference is the sense of belonging, because you don't just, if you now would cancel here, you would not only cancel the program, you basically would cancel your friends, because people hang out with each other all the time. They are the live calls together. They do a lot of things together. Also for us in cycling in the virtual world, they cycle together. So they would basically also sacrifice a part of their social circle they now gained by just canceling. And that people don't do that. People are social beings. And through social media and everything, people get more and more isolated, and people really crave community. They have a deeper and deeper sense need of community. They don't really know that. They're only looking for the transformation. But when they get in, they realize, okay, that's crazy. That makes all the difference. That's also like what the feedback what we're getting. And just making this simple reframe from going from a coach-centered approach to a community-centered approach actually enabled us to at least cut our churn in 3, which is crazy. I think it's even more, but that's what I can directly attribute. So it's definitely worth paying attention to. It's like with everything. So Why have I drawn it in that way, where we have the flat and the round model? Because I'm thinking about this in like the flat Earth and round Earth analogy. Back then, everybody believed that the Earth was flat, and then there was a battle going on between the people who said it's round and the people who said it's flat. But in the end, it's round, and nothing will be able to beat community. And the people who are going to adapt this early are the people who are going to gain all the momentum moving forward. And here you are really struggling because people are dropping off every month. And if you look at it on the bird's eye, it makes all the difference, because it gets harder and harder to get clients. Doesn't matter which model you use, and that the biggest leverage you have is just like keeping more clients, keeping them happy, making them pay all month over month. And also one big benefit is these people not also don't churn. They basically also bring you new customers, because I love it so much. The referral engine here really goes crazy. But this isn't a completely other video. I just wanted to give you this perspective because it made all the difference with us, our business and Brew of Cycling. And it can do the same for you if you dare to go from a flat model to a community-centered round model. So a key message of the video: coaching or transformational business is round and not flat.